Hello, I hope you're well. It is I, Lost Wolf. I am a bit late because everything ran late today, and I apologize. So today we're going to be playing NORCO, and we're playing NORCO in memory of RatClowncar, who passed away. RatClowncar was very much into sort of darker, more thoughtful story-based games when he played them than RPGs. And NORCO is a game that has been on my list of games to play for a super long time. So this gives me an excuse to actually play it. We're almost, I think, at the end. Yesterday we ended up in a situation where we have to go down to the bayou and we have to go look around there. And I made a mistake. I didn't realize, well, a mistake. I chose a specific story path that I didn't know I was choosing at the time. I've been thinking about replaying to the point where we start afresh with that story path. But on the other hand, I also know that Dallas is on this path, and Dallas is a person that your mother interacted with in this game. So maybe we'll just keep walking that specific path. The other bit of the game is basically a very extended flashback, where you flashback to what your mother was doing, and in that flashback we got away from a compound that was hosting a bunch of very scary folks, and that was kind of the last thing that we did there. And we're just going to pick up from where we left off. So, as I said, this is a game that we're playing in memory of RatClowncar. We are also playing it in memory of a friend of mine who passed away shortly after RatClowncar passed. And I think that they would have enjoyed this game as well because of its ideas and its thematic ties to the things that are happening around us right now with regards to things like transhumanism and robotics and AI and climate change and how religion is being shaped and used in the current era. So there's a lot to dig into here. I'm gonna go and do the housekeeping, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna get to playing. So give me a second while I do all that. And housekeeping. Oh, for a second there I nearly thought that I was in the wrong spot. Oh lordy. Okay, so let me do this and this. And this so you can talk amongst yourselves. There we go, and then we'll get going. No. I thought about it a lot between yesterday and today, and I was like, Dallas is on this path. We know Dallas. Maybe it's just worth meeting up with Dallas again at the end of this path. Even if I think that the people that we're going to give the instructions to and data to in the long run is dangerous. Okay, so we should have game. Yeah, This is... Oh no, okay. That's pretty close to where we are right now. Okay, this is actually alright. I think we've looked at everything. Right, and then he's got his clown stuff on if we do this, and that was the thing that we did last time around. Not gonna do it here now. Okay, we want to go home. I just want to check up on... I think we're okay for right now. Okay. Okay. Oh, right. We, I think, checked up on all of this. Okay, so now we go up the stairs. Oh, I am an idiot. Okay, we got this. Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, he's gonna pick up the note, so it's fine. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, we get your mother's stuff back from the refinery? Yes. And then we were straight up and honest with him? We plan to leave. What is that device? Okay, so... Oh. I keep being a little slippery with the mouse. Okay, let's have a look at... Okay, I think that's it. Oh, right. We need to point the phone at it. Here, we need this. And that. Okay, let's get out of here. And then let's go back home. Because we want a truck. Oh, hang on. Do I need to just... Oh, I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, hang on. We don't want to do this yet. Okay. Northeast side of the lake to launch. Okay. I want to make sure that we get all of these. Okay, I think we've got all of them. Yeah, okay, I think we got all of them. 2. Okay. Let's get out of here. Okay, so now... we need to talk to this guy. Okay, so now we are where we were. I'm gonna save here. We're gonna go after this set of doors. Okay, There's the key. We need to talk to these people. Right, and that was not a thing that we could mess with. Here. I think your dude might be lying. Okay, so the thing that I think that we need to do is, so there's nothing we can do here that solves this problem. I think that the thing that we need to do, I don't want to save again, is the only other person who's here and knows what's going on is this guy. Evening. What do you know about the couple in Unit A1? Well, I don't like to gossip, but the fellow that's been staying over in Unit A, he had a new lady coming by nearly every night of the week, up until the latest one showed up, that is. Can't imagine what she'd say if she heard that. Okay, so now, if we go here, this is such a half-assed break-in. Can you please just leave? Uh-oh. What? Babe, let's go take that boat ride. I knew it. I knew it. You said you wanted to open things up. You said that. I said put a ring on it. You slimy sack of shit. Babe, please, I got so much love to give. That's not love, that's... Can you not talk about that in front of the guests? You mean the two burglars who just broke in? Guests? I can't believe I trusted you. Need some time alone. When are you ever alone, you attention-seeking skunk? Bye forever. Babe, where are you going? Oh no. Oh, hey kid, didn't know you were there. Sorry about the door and all that. Okay, you get that key? I don't like the way this thing's looking at me. Now that we're here... Oh, I still can't do anything with this. Yeah, I don't know what that's all about. That's gotta be the key we need. Okay. You pocket the boat key. Okay, let's save. Right. Because now we can get out of here. I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. Oh, okay. Nice little flat boat. Might be able to get to the coordinates we found back at Duck's house. But the motor takes the key. I think it's going to be the same interface as when we were dealing with the alligator crocodile. But I don't know. Let's see. Look at that, it works. Let's take us a little ride. You heading into the lake? Yes, sir. You done much riding out there? All the time. Then you know what it's like. Lots of land has been eroded away. Once you get past Interstate 10, you can't hardly see where the water ends and land begins. You're talking about the ghost bayous? That's right. The man turns his attention to you. You see what I'm saying? Can you please explain? Yeah, you're saying the land is eroded, so it looks like open water. Saltwater's been getting in all these bayous because of the channels they done cut through the swamp. for logging, for building the bridge, for pipeline. The swamp's all chopped up. This vegetation don't like salt water, and the vegetation is what holds this land together. Once the vegetation dies, land begins to erode, falls apart, dissolves into the water. So what I'm telling you is this. Once you pass beneath the interstate bridge out there, it's hard to tell the eroded land where all the dead trees fell from the open water. You might run your prop over submerged cypress trees. You might even get yourself stuck. Then how are we supposed to get through? The strange boys with the name tags that have been coming around lately, they seem to get through the ghost bayous just fine. They're always looking at the map. Maybe they know something we don't. And one more thing. If you got a sonar tracker on your phone, keep it handy. All kinds of stuff is hidden in this lake. Don't be shy about jumping in the water. You'll see some weird things down there. It's just a trick with the light. Nah, they got ghosts in the water. Nonsense, don't pay that any mind. Been swimming in these bayous all my life. If you get an alert from that sonar, dive in and see what it's about. Do we have a sonar? I don't think we do. Oh, hang on. Sure. I forgot to check that. I don't think we have a sonar. Okay. Sure. Let's go, I guess. You ready? Let's go. Alright, okay. Time to put it on detector flaps. You got your phone handy? Let's take a look at the GPS. There was two sets of coordinates at Duck's place. One we found scribbled on the letter, the same letter that mentions your brother said they were searching for a head. But now I don't think that's your brother's head. That ain't what I'm saying. But I got a hunch all this is connected. The coordinates for that are on the northwest side of the lake. Might be worth checking out. The other came from the application on your phone. It was putting out some kind of distress signal. Looks like that one's coming from Eagle Pond. Both sets of coordinates are past the ghost bayous. We want to get there. We gotta figure out how to get through the ghost bayous first. You got that? Now, you do the driving. I'll listen my time and relax. Oh, we got a little... Oh, we have a sonar. Oh, I don't like this at all. Oh, God. I wish I could zoom out. Sonar's going off. I figure they got something down there in the lake. Why don't you dive in and find out what it is? Why don't you? I'm trying to relax. This is my old house. But be ready. What the man said on the pier is wrong. They got ghosts down there. Partner of mine dove in the water to drive a piling when he was building his camp. Said he saw his dead granddaddy swimming around dressed up like a race car driver. Glad it's my old house. I'd hate to see something like that with this kind of hangover I got. Oh my God. Oh, okay, there's a zoom out. Okay, dive. As you fall into the lake, you watch the traffic lights of the overpass become like a mirage on the surface of the water. There is the sound of cars rushing above you, and then there is the sound of your descent, and then there is nothing. Saying standards, yeah, hello. Hello, Lost Wolf, they say. I hope you're well today. I am. I hope you are too. Oh God, I forgot. When I started the session to start my timer. The lake and all of its sediment is infinite in its silence. It holds you captive and you are unable to move. Paralyzed in this way, you watch the dim suggestion of headlights cut across the bridge in their erratic cadence. All at once, An explosion of sound punctuates that vacuum of silence. For the smallest moment, the silence returns before a truck crashes into the water, sending a shockwave that releases you from the water's grip. The truck is sinking quickly, unnaturally, as if being pulled magnetically from below. You swim down to the vehicle. The headlights kill as you approach. The cab light flickers on. Blake sits in the passenger seat with a familiar look of distress. The driver's seat is empty. He sees you and begins to bang on the window. The cab pulls quickly, cutting the lights. You pull open the door and swim into the cab as the pressure equalizes. You feel around desperately, your lungs screaming. The cab light awakens again to reveal an empty vehicle. Blake is nowhere. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. Flip the switch, return to boat. The light blinks twice quickly and pauses for a moment before blinking again. Oh, okay. This is the one, I think, that needs to be like this. The light is solid, unchanging. This is the one we need here. Okay. So now I kind of understand what we're doing. We want to get to all the points where the map suggested there were blinking lights. And then we want to turn those lights to the correct frequency. And once we've done that, we can probably make it through the ghost bayous, no problem. I think that the next spot that we need to go is into the spoke here. So over there. I don't know how we zoom back in. Oh, okay, sure. I'm gonna just drive us real carefully. And then I believe that we want to go to the right here. And this is the spoke. He says this is NORCO. Looks different on Steam. What do you mean different? We want to die. You plunge into the logging canal and immediately find yourself tangled in the branches of a felled tree. You struggle to free your arm, no luck. As you pull, the tree pulls back, until at last its force proves the stronger and begins to drag you through flotsam and foam. It's impossible to see beyond the suspended sediment of the water. In a sudden violent moment, a force pulls the tree into the night air, and you along with it. As you hug the trunk of the tree, you see before you a massive machine spitting smoke into the sky. The machine sits atop a barge. Mounted in the barge is a large drum that spins slowly and powerfully, winding the rope that grips the tree on which you float. You look to either side and see crews of workmen balancing upon pirogues, axing wedges into the base of cypress trees along the canal. Some pole the felled trees to the edge of the canal, while others paddle from danger as the towering trees crash into the water. Oh, I think I know what's going on, 240. You're looking at the promotional stalls that they've got on Steam for the game. We're at a point where in a top-down section, and we're driving a boat around. And those sections, there's one other section that looks like this. Doesn't immediately look like the rest of the game. The very chunky pixelation and that sort of thing that you see is not in these sections, and that's why it looks so different. And I think that's what you're seeing. You wrest your arm from the cypress and climb onto the barge. A foreman stands upon the platform and regards you with a scowl as the barge begins to sink into the water. He points to the firebox at his side. Madeira, don't slow down now. 240 says, yes, exactly, I see, thanks. No problem. You look down at the pile of coal and the shovel beside the firebox, both now submerged as the boat sinks further. The shovel floats towards you as the water reaches the roof of the pool boat. The sinking boat settles upon the salt bottom, and you find yourself floating beside the firebox while holding the shovel. The light of the firebox continues to glow, even in the depths of the water. The light is solid, unchanging. Shovel coal. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. The light blinks twice quickly and pauses for a moment before blinking again. There we go. The light strobes quickly, blinking on and off at a rapid tempo. So, some of the pixelation is what you can see here, but it's not as sort of granular as you would expect from the promotional materials. Okay, so we need to zoom out. And, oh, I don't think I can show it to you here. I don't know where the third station is. There's two in a line. This is one of them. And I think the other one is due north of here. It's like over here. And then the last one is up this way. I'm gonna try. We gotta go around, unfortunately. I'm gonna try going this way and into over here. Oh, duck blinds. And then John's pond is there. The other thing that I think that I should do maybe is I should dock the boat and just have a look. Where's the phone? I want this. Oh, okay, yes, it's, so we've turned on this one here. No, we've turned on this one here. We need to go south. Because we've turned on... We've turned on this one. We've turned on this one. We need to go south. I was wrong. We don't need to go north. We need to go south. We need to stay beneath the Ghost Bayou, basically. Okay. Good to know. 240 if you're here. This is the kind of thing that you're seeing on the promotional materials. This is so beautiful though, wow. It's such a amazingly good looking sort of chunky pixelated game. Okay, so we need to go southward, so we need to go here. This is the spot we need to be in. 240 says, yep, nice art. It's a very intense game, by the way, if you ever intend to play it. It is a super intense game. There is a lot going on. It's a very easygoing adventure game. Nothing in the puzzly part of the game has been specifically too difficult. One or two had slightly unclear instructions, one or two of the puzzles, but most of it has been fairly easygoing. We die. You crash through the shallow depths of the lake, and the swamp spins around you. You try desperately to regain a sense of direction, thrashing further from the water's surface. You sink deeper into the bayou in this way, until at last you emerge on the other side of the water, where you find a near-perfect mirror of the world you left behind. The contours of the galaxy are alight in the sky above you. You've never seen so many stars. A man sits beside a kerosene lamp in the dirt of a palm tree above the grove along the bank. He rises to take a closer look at you. Also, the other thing I do want to point out, before I continue here, is the writing is so good. Like, sometimes they overreach and they overwrite a little bit, but I would say that 95% of the writing, when they don't sink into, like, trying to be modern and everyone says brah to everyone else, as in BRAH, it's so good. Like, if you were at all on the fence about this game, I would say, try it out. The darkness in it might not be for you, and there's a couple of one or two gross things about the game. Like, there's a story that we heard from someone that we met that was just ridiculous and sort of gross, and there was a thing that we did because the game set us up to do it, that I wouldn't do in polite company, let's put it that way. But the experience of playing NORCO and the writing and the tone and the beautiful blocky graphics, it's such a good game. Like, I can understand why so many people were enthralled with this when it came out. I watch the swamp from the treetops every night, but I never watch the water, he says. He reaches out his hand and helps you onto the bank. In the shadows of the grove are other figures, whispering among themselves. The whispers are above you as well, and invisible crowns of the cypress trees. Here, see, this is what I mean. This is such a good sentence. The whispers are above you as well, and the invisible crowns of the cypress trees. Very evocative. So beautiful. 240 says, interesting, going to add it to my backlog. Awesome. You're one of Trepangier's children, aren't you? Who? I am. I don't know that we are. I think, so these are hallucinations that Kay is having as she's near drowning in the bayou, right? And so these near hallucinations can be anything we want them to be, essentially. This is the first time a hallucination like this is offered up at choice. I don't know if we should be a Trepangier's child. Because, so this bayou, so one of the thematic things in NORCO, the game, is all about how the history of this area has shaped the way the current area feels and looks and behaves. And so this is country where lots of bad nonsense has happened. And some of the bad nonsense is obviously, because this is plantation land, some of the bad nonsense is obviously tied to that. So I don't know enough about American history to know who Trepangier was, and I don't know if that's a safe option to take. So I think that we go with who here, because we don't know who this person was and what they represented. The man whose property you're on, he says, is Arpent. Arpent? That's probably correct. Arpent stretches all the way to the river. Actually, that's a word I've never seen before. Let's figure out what it means. Arpent. An old French unit of land area equivalent to 3,420 square meters, about an acre. The standard measure of land in those areas settled during the French regime and in use until the 1970s. Oh, okay, sure. So, Arpent is kind of what it seems like. It's just the land he owns. And that's why I say I'm a little wary of deciding that I'm a Trepangier's child, because, as I got proved correctly here, they were probably some kind of plantation owner. He stares at you for a while longer, and then above you, at the opposite bank. Lucky you're not one of his kin. He has something coming his way. Someone from beyond the palmetto line whispers to the man. He backs away into the shadows. If you don't know this country, you'll need a light. The man joins the rest of the assembly, and they walk deeper into the night, leaving the kerosene lamp behind. The light is solid, unchanging. turn the knob. There we go. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. And this is what I mean by I don't think the puzzles are too tricky. They've all been sort of on the order of pay attention to your surroundings, and once you know what you're doing, work with the information you've been given. So the other place we need to go is probably down here, I want to say. I'm not going to be rash. Oh my god. Did not want to do that. We're not going to be rash. There's tiny little canals that you can ford to get there. I do not want to do that. And besides, I don't think the boat would fit into them. Okay, we've done that one. So we don't need to do it again. See here, this is so tiny. If we'd picked one of the tiny little canals, we'd be dead now. Okay, so now we're going to turn southward. And I think the last light we need to turn on, oh my god, so close, is here. You dive into the wreckage of an old fishing village. Wooden pilings are shadows against the dim light of the evening. The pilings are driven deep into the silt, where planks and bottles and crab traps and stray pieces at top have coagulated into something whole. Swim through towards the trash. You swim to the lake bottom and float beside this accretion of debris. A stray window rests among the trash, slightly opened. Swim through the window. You swim through the window and discover that there is no water beyond it. No longer buoyant, you fall immediately into a wooden cypress floor. You scan the area. You're in a cluttered living room, clean and well kept. The picture frames along the walls shake. The foundations of the home rocks. You look outside the window from which you entered. Rather than the depths of the lake, you see a torrent of wind and rain dripping across the open sky. Lightning cracks punctuate those furious sounds, and in the small crevices of silence, there are screams. There is a door to your right that leads onto the balcony of the home. Go to the balcony. Oh, I should have inspected the room, I guess. The world outside is a maelstrom. Water laps at the balcony, threatening its foundation. You watch as willow trees floating along the bank of the bayou leave the earth entirely, sucked into an insatiable purple sky. In the distance, figures hug the crowns of cypress trees, screaming prayers into the vortex. Again, such a good line. Among those so stranded is Blake, who has lashed a rope around a tree and is holding to it desperately. You dive from the balcony into the floodwaters and swim against the strongest current the bayou has ever known. When you emerge, there is no home, no Blake, no hurricane, only the infinite evening. LeBlanc waves from the boat and idles near the bank. You good, Kay? You look up at the cypress tree where the apparition of your brother clung only a moment before. A rope hangs from it, limp in the stagnant air. Pull the rope. A light awakens from somewhere in the depths of the bayou. The light pulses slowly, regularly, rhythmically. The light blinks twice quickly and pauses for a moment before blinking again. Okay. Oh no. So check it out. If we hadn't done this, all this stuff here would have been lying in wait for us, and we would have died. Okay. So, alright. Now that we're here, let's kind of figure out where we need to be. I don't want to get John's head yet. I mean, I guess we need to do that and this before we can go here. So I guess we're going to do those two things. I don't know that this forces us into here, because I don't want to be there yet. That's the end of the game, I think. So I think we're going to get the head, we're going to go turn whatever this is on, and then we're going to get out of the boat again. So, okay. I'm gonna slow us down. Look, okay, so we need to go up and then to the right here. That, yeah, I think that's kind of the easiest way to go. As long as we're super duper careful. And then over here we need to go around the corner. So we need to go up and to the left. This is the head. You plunge into the water. You pass your hands through the increasingly obscure cloud of sediment. A stray branch juts from a larger tangle of detritus. Two beads of light shine from the direction of the branch. As you make your way closer, you discern the shadow of a form. You pass your hands over it. Soft, almost gelatinous flesh, the distinct ridges of a nose, the firm, unmistakable texture of teeth, glowing eyes, hardened like glass. You wrest the head from its hanging place and swim towards the boat. What you got there, Kay? A little treasure from the lake? You hang the head from its sloughing tangle of hair and display it to LeBlanc. That's John. Dear sweet mother of Jesus. The head continues to rock gently in the wind. That's great, kid. Just put it down. What's with them eyes? LeBlanc taps his fingernails on one of the eyes. LeBlanc, them eyes ain't human. He presses his thumbs into the head of the two glass-like orbs, and the two glass-like orbs slip easily from their eye socket. The head is entirely without eyes. Okay, that's gross. We didn't need to see that. Alright, playtime's over. We've still got another set of coordinates to check out. Okay, so now this is much easier. It's just like along the very open part of the bayou until we get to here. So, sure. Here, oh god. Do I need to go down here or down there? Which way would be easier? Oh, I don't think it matters. Actually, I was a little worried that it might matter, but I don't think it does. I think we can just go here. And then if we're super careful, hang on. Oh, that's not right. No, that's not right. We have to actually go around. It did matter. Whoops. Okay, so now... Oh yeah, okay, cool. We keep going along this section here. And then we drive there. There's duck blinds. We'll check that out in a second. Actually, you know what? Hold on. It's right here. We may as well just do it now. Oh, okay. Okay. It's these odd people, I guess, that we met. So there's two lots of people. at the camp, the one lot of people were doing, I guess, information gathering, and the other lot of people were just a couple. This is the other lot of people. I don't want to mess with these people at all. I think what I want to do is save here, and we'll come back to this if it turns out that we need to be here and we need to talk to them. In fact, hold on, now that we've talked to them, now that we've saved, we can just talk to them, and if it goes south and bad, we can just get out of here. 3 guards guard the pass. Their tonsures, robes, and smudged foreheads awake something in your memory. What's that thing? A playset? Yes, it's my little playset. What's it do? Whatever I want it to. Say, how I get one of them name tags? I like them things. It's too late. We're out. Just feel like we got pretty similar styles. I'm a little more of a bad detective type, you know? Like, I got street smarts. You're more like a freak. Like, you wear a chain wallet. But I feel like we'd be in the same band, on the road together. We get off the tour bus and people would be like, who's that guy and his little freaky friend? I don't know. I've already been around you 5 minutes. That seems like enough. Nah, we should do stuff like this more often, but there we go. This is the bad writing. We've seen such good writing, and then it occasionally punctuates the conversations with us, and oh lord. Hang out like this. I'm leaving the planet tonight. When you get back then, you're my kind of people. Oh no. LeBlanc, what are you doing? No more getting through this way. Dutchman's orders. Unless you're the ones with the messenger. Are you the ones with the messenger? The messenger? We're looking for my brother. We found a head in the lake. We should not tell them about the head in the lake. They are looking for John. They will be very upset if they find the head. I mean, we got a save game. We will do this, but if we were just coming through here, and I think we have to come through here on the way to John's Island, we would not show them the head. That's right. The big round thing with the juice in it. The thing that Jesus lady stole before she fed it to that big fucked up bird and they both died. The thing... Why are you even here? Kid, you gotta break this down a little bit. Why? You're clearly not the ones Dutchman was talking about. Why am I wasting my time? You know a guy named Blake? Little loser guy? Clothes don't fit right. Dead lady's kid? Oh yeah, Jesus lady's kid. He's at the ark, all tied up, like a pig. Is he alive? You have to let us through. Yeah. Dutchman's taking good care of him. He's fine. You hearing this, Kay? We gotta get through. They're holding your brother captive. We found a head in the lake. Oh, so you found it? We were searching for a while, but we gave up. What the hell happened? John got what was coming to him. He took us for granted, wouldn't let us wear what we wanted. So Dutchman popped his head off. And that's okay with you? Gruesome. John was terrible. Everybody thought so. Okay. I thought we didn't need to give them that because that would be bad for us, but sure. I think we just live with this choice now. The guards had kidnapped your brother and are holding him captive in the lake somewhere beyond the duck blinds. He is, as I say, tied up like a pig. The head that you discovered in the lake belonged to a man named John, once leader of the Garrets, who was beheaded by Dutchman. The man in the ditch is Garrett's new leader. The man in the ditch beheaded Ken and John to secure his place as leader of the Garrets and take control of the ark. The man in the ditch. Okay. Okay. And I think that's it. I'm surprised that went as well as that did. We await the keeper, the bearer of the messenger. Dutchman prophesies that she will pass through this very bayou with a messenger hidden in her pocket. We will radio him after she leaves, so that he may prepare her throne. That looked a little like Bruce. I think it's Bruce, I'm not sure. Oh, okay, well this turned out to be not bad at all. I was worried, but now it just doesn't matter. We do need to be there, but we need to be there in the end. So we need to go here. God's name, am I looking at here? This is, so, in this game there's a big old network that's being established by a thing called SuperDuck. SuperDuck is, I guess, intrinsically evil. And SuperDuck has nodes all over the place, and I think this is one of the nodes. I've seen some big bald eagles in the spallway before. Oh, the spallway before. Nothing like this. Look like someone tore its eyes out. Oh, right, okay. If we give it back its eyes, it will talk to us more than likely. So if we do this, you slot the eyes into the bird's empty sockets. And this is what I mean, like none of these puzzles are especially difficult. What? Bro, what? That bird puked out a fucking hole. Mr. Peachy used to tell us all the time they got aliens in the lake. What the hell is it doing to you? Almost look like it's giving you a sniff. The spear shrinks down and buries itself inside of your coat. Whoa, now it looks like you made a friend. Be careful carrying that bell around in your pocket, okay? Don't let it blast lasers out your eyes. Shit! I feel kind of sorry for the big bird, but first time I've seen an alien do that to a bird. All the heat coming off this thing is starting to make my skin itch. That's raw. Your mom saw something in the lake. Superduck ate it. Maybe Superduck consumed a vessel of light to gain power or wisdom, but it only destroyed the network in the end. Oh, okay, well that's sort of good. Superduck is gone. Superduck is dying. The Superduck node in the lake vomited out a luminous sphere that seems to play a role in the network's decay. Superduck. So does that mean now that if we go back... Oh, I don't think we actually can. But if we go back... Oh man, hold on. I want a save game. Because I don't want to have to do this again if it turns out that this is incorrect. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to get out of here. And I want to go back to the car. Can we not? Okay. I guess we don't get out of it this way. I guess we do have to keep going forward. Which is weird. I wouldn't expect that would be the answer. Okay, I'm going to take a 10-minute break and then I'm going to come right back and we're going to, I think, finish this up. I'm not sure. I'll see you shortly. Okay, I'm back. And I think I've been thinking about it over the 10-minute break. And I think I understand kind of what it wants from us. This thing here that it gave us is the messenger. And now what it actually wants us to do is it wants us to take the messenger to duck blinds. And we need to show it to these guys before we can continue. Because we can't go back, right? That was the thing I wanted to do, but we can't go back. So we should go forward. Gody Gamer says, oh, Lost Wolf, my PC is back up and running. I had to buy a new GPU. Oh god. Those are not cheap. What did you get? Tell us about it, I'm very curious. Okay. So now, I think that what we do is we do this. That's it. Oh, I didn't need to record this. I don't really want to record anything here. Is that it? Its light is nourishing and divine. I can see the crystalline texture of everything that surrounds me. Flood me with another kiss. I'm begging you. I'm on the edge. Just one more time, please, God. Before we do that, let's remove this errand but here that we didn't need. Yeah, okay. So I think we don't need this. Oh, okay, we don't need this anymore, I don't think. Okay. Sure. So... oh, yes. Oh. There was a swamp and a lake and a refinery and Kay had no face. I am the one. There is a great coming apart of this world. Can you see it? The coming apart so the light that was hidden in the salt can shine again. I am the sun. I was the one in the mall. I am the one in the swamp. But who would be in the swamp and not fly your mother's corpse into the stars as a benediction where prayers collide? Gravity Gamer says, replace the 6-year-old dead GPU with an AMD RX 7900 XT 20GB. Oh, that's pretty good. I am thinking about the 9060 XT. And the only reason why I'm really thinking about that is because my intent, and there'll be a point where I kind of vanish off the face of the earth for probably about 2 weeks in September, maybe, like close to the end of September. I'm gonna put together a new machine, and I need to do it because it's about time. Windows 10 is about to die, and I don't have any intent to go to Windows 11. And so I've been looking at like parts and thinking about what I'm going to do, and my thought is just I'm going to build the 9060 XT machine and we'll just use that. It will be on Linux, and so the number of games we can play will shrink. But I'm sure there's still lots of games that we can play, so I'm not too worried about it. Who would not follow your mother down the ditch if I were the light, and if I were the man who presides over this night, the Stitch Man, night? I am the one. So you all mind if we squeeze by right quick? What? Oh, you got the messenger? Nice. Yeah, you can pass. Dutchman's waiting. Hey, Rat. Yeah? Radio to base. Let them know the messenger is on its way. Coming ground control. This is Duck Blinds. Ground control? Come in. Carrot? Why is no one answering over there? Probably just prepping for launch. Oh, the word prepping makes me cringe on the inside. Oh. Cody Gamer says I wanted to upgrade the GPU, but not like this. Yeah, no, I totally understand. What had happened to you is just like a thing that came out of the blue, and that's not the way you want to do it. You'd want to do it with some sort of forethought and building towards it. I wanted to be able to use the old GPU in another machine. Yep, 100%. Okay, so I guess you carry the messenger, just as Dutchman foretold. We'll radio to base and let them know. Keep the messengers safe. Okay, we'll radio to base and let them know you're coming as soon as we can get someone on the line. And then this guy's gonna say the same thing. Hi again. You thought any more about the band thing we was talking about? No. No rush. We got time to figure it out. Carrot, what are you doing? Sorry, LeBlanc, what are you doing? Okay, so... Oh, this is easy. It's just we go this way. And then we go up. Oh, what? I didn't think you could die for anything else. You sink into the shallow depths and begin the routine of dredging its bottom with your fingers. Something wet and sponge-like distinguishes itself from the salt. You take it in hand and return to the boat. Oh, this is probably going to be a phone case. Having climbed over the gunwale, you observe the object that you discovered in the waning evening light. Monkey returns your gaze, his eyes now empty of any knowing or evidence of life. Ah, oh my god. You found another toy case? Your rotting head needed a friend to play with? That's nice. There is no infinite stare left in the stuffed toy. You place them in your bag. Oh, man. Oh, hang on, I want to sneeze. Seeing this teddy bear like this makes me think that at some point we do need to play the longest journey. I'm gonna have a lot of regret playing that game again, because at the end there's a very awful thing that happens that the game just sort of glides past because it was made in 1997, and that's the one thing that makes me worry about playing it.
Keith's Corner. Here's Keith.
Keith's News Alert. Infamous local researcher's body has been exhumed from Red Church Cemetery earlier today. Kenna John has gone missing. Lucky is still on the loose. A war is brewing among the garrets of Promenade Mall. Some believe the freight mover fire at Shield was the work of oil pirates. Thomas Sinclair was in attendance at tonight's Shield Ball. Who is Ditchman? Laura Sinclair's murder under investigation. That wasn't a murder, by the way. Infamous local researcher's body has been exhumed from the Red Church Cemetery earlier today. And I think, yeah, okay, it's repeating here. Keith's News Alert. Okay. Keith's in the ring. One evening it has been in NORCO, folks. I just left Shield's exclusive carnival ball, where Lois Sinclair was found dead in her office, and the corpse of disgraced academic Catherine Madere, no friend to the St. Clair family, was exhumed from the Red Church Mausoleum. Coincidence? Keith sure doesn't think so. Oh, this is Keith. our buddy from the bar, okay? To top it all off, the charismatic social media influencer Kenner has announced that tonight he will be launching a home-brewed spacecraft from right here in the La Banche wetlands. John and his disciples were able to erect this engineering behemoth in complete secrecy despite sitting squarely in the right path of Armstrong International Airport flight path. Does it end there? Not quite. An inside source tells me that a war is brewing among rival factions of Kenner disciples, the infamous Garretts. An unfamiliar figure named Ditchman has emerged to challenge John's reign amidst the discord. And John, really caught upstream, is nowhere to be found. Who won the War of the Garretts? Who killed Laura Sinclair? Was it the same culprit who exhumed the recently entombed body of Catherine Madeira? Where is Kenner John? Will he manage to get his junker off the ground? Keep your eyes on the ring, because Keith's got him cornered in Keith's corner. That is very silly. Okay, so this is obviously where we need to be. Okay. What a sight. How do you hear about it? Text from a friend. Did you bring a kayak or anything? Someone let me float over on their raft. How about you? Inflatable mattress. Worth it? I'd do whatever it takes to watch this thing explode. Yeah, it 100% probably is just gonna explode. We've got shipping container, we've got fishing camp, we've got the staging area. We will go to all three of those places. We'll just talk to these people first. Greetings. The costume figure keeps his attention focused on the distant crowd. You a Garrett? Dig the costume. No, he's a guy who was... We saw him earlier. We just don't know it because we've got like temporary amnesia, I guess. He was a guy that was at the party where Lady Sinclair was at too. You a Garrett? No. These Garretts, I never heard of them before tonight. I came here with a group of others from Shield's Carnival Ball. Police and private security were swarming the facility as I left. A disturbance of some kind. A perfect evening to launch a rocket, with the cops already tied up at the refinery. What happened at the refinery? Another attendant at the ball said there was an explosion, though I didn't see or hear anything from within the Good Hope plantation. Perhaps we'll find out more in the evening news. And so here I am, from one circus to the next. This rocket, these people, what do you make of it? Okay. I truly have no idea. They must have a death wish. They want to leave this world. Who can blame them? See, so the thing is that this is meta knowledge that we have. We don't actually know any of this. Our mom knows this. This here is a thing that our mom would know. This is not a thing we know. Like, I guess... from the little that Kay has seen, she can make mild inferences, but not to this level. This is probably technically correct, and I truly have no idea. It's not true, because I think we have some idea, but not enough of an idea. So I think this is the way we go. Maybe they want to live. Most are willing to risk death for what they believe. That's not so uncommon. I hope this works out for them. I want to see these Garretts succeed. Oh boy. Always wanted to be a Garrett. I installed the application but never could find the readings. I follow those guys online. They never follow me back. But that's fine. Starting to think all the Garretts might die tonight. All might die? Why? We're looking for my brother? Who's your brother? Guy named Blake, little drugged out dude with bad facial hair. We think these rocket freaks kidnapped him? Wow, I don't know anything about that. This picture just keeps getting worse. Oh my die, why? This whole thing is a huge mess. No one knows who's steering the ship, literally. Half the Garrett's defected. The rest seem to be losing their minds. I hear the Garrett's inside the Ark, the engineers, are holding it together. But this isn't what space travel's supposed to look like, is it? Half-assed like this? It seems bad. Okay, let's go check the shipping container. Oh, there are people here. Interesting. Oh. Oh no. A browser sits open with a laptop. You click through the tabs. A web map centered on your current location. A troubleshooting guide for a custom energy cell. Image results of vintage stuffed monkeys. Micro-influencer. Keep filming. I just know he's gonna snap. The other Garrett's ditched him, and he doesn't even realize it. Nano-influencer. Oh, this is a tiny influencer. This one's a rather larger influencer. When even the Garretts can't stand you, that's when you know it's bad. Oh, okay, they're talking about this guy here. Oh, I can deal with this guy too. We'll do this and this last. Hi, are you here for the liftoff? How can I help you? What kind of Garrett are you? We're looking for Blake. Why aren't you in the rocket? Blake? I do not know a Blake. Dead lady's kid? That means something to you? Why yes, the true receiver of the message. The progeny of Christ, the lady of the eternal evening. You sounding like Paul with all that shit. Yes, like Paul, the anointed. I thought Ditchman was the anointed. Yes, Paul, the ditch wanderer. You telling me Paul is up there in that rocket with Blake? Yes. Old man's back. Unreal. The lady of the eternal evening sits upon her throne beside her child and the shepherd's watch. I didn't actually mean to click on that one. That's the important one. I wanted to do this other stuff first, so... The senior Garretts would prefer I stand here and greet those who are arriving. So you're a junior Garrett. Sounds like they kicked you off the ship. Absolutely not. Without my specialized knowledge, they would be unable to fly this machine. I'm one of the original ne'er-do-wells who have constructed a starship in the swamp. I am virtuous and immortal, and much like our anointed leader, Ditchman. Ditchman? What about John? John? I recoil upon hearing his name. John is a blasphemous fool who wears sneakers while demanding that the Garretts walk the earth discalced. If I had had his head, I would wave it about in honor of the anointed one. Well, shit, I think we got his head in Kay's bag, if you're serious. Give it to me, and I'll show you just how serious I am. Where's Shepherd's watch? The Shepherd's watch crowns the ship. It's where Ditchman awaits the messenger. We could not retrieve the messenger from the bird freak, but the last of Christ's progeny will deliver it to us. What language was that? It shall be as Ditchman foretold. Say, kid, how are we getting that rocket ship? Only the engineers and the security guards are allowed entrance into the Ark. Okay. I guess... Oh, there's a couple of things that we need to do here now. This feels just like one of them parties we used to have at Mr. Peachy's. Ditchman's purple? Yes. How are we supposed to get into the rocket? You heard it too, huh? It all makes sense. That old dude had a weird obsession with your mama. Now he's out here with all these freaks. Don't get me wrong, they're pretty cool. You gotta be cool to board the spaceship. But the old man thought your mama was akin to Jesus. Now that she's dead, doesn't surprise me he turned his attention to Blake. Naughty stuff. I got no clue. Let's go talk to some people, see what we can piece together. Okay. Your mom was investigating reports of construction in the lake before she died. You determined that the unpermitted construction in question was related to spacecraft deep in the wetlands that surrounded Lake Pontchartrain. The man in the ditch is Paul. The man in the ditch is Paul, a former NORCO resident who believed that your mom was a descendant of Jesus Christ. The man in the ditch. Finished thought. Okay. I guess we talk to this man first. An armed man watches over the area from a lawn chair perched on the roof of the shipping container. Who invited scum to our launch party? This is supposed to be Garrett's only. This is Gooch. We want to get into the rocket? Are you an elite Garrett? Well, yes. I am an elite Garrett. I'm the original Garrett. But John never let me be a Garrett because I couldn't find his stupid reading. So you are a Garrett or aren't you? So are you? This is such a weird way of writing this man's dialogue. So you are a Garrett or you aren't a Garrett? I'm Garrett. I'm the Garrett. Then why does it say Gooch on your name tag, bruh? When we get to Mars, all the others will be Gooch, and I'll be the only Garrett. Puppy promised. I ain't even going to ask. Well, you can't. Only Garretts are allowed inside the Ark. If you wanted to fly to Mars with the boys, then you should have earned your badge a long time ago. I'm the only one around here with a key card to get in, and there's no way I'm lending it out to scum like you. I'm not scum. I'm basically a Garrett. But you're scum. I can tell. All you people have rich parents, so why you dress like hillbillies? But Kay's family don't have shit. They're some seriously pathetic people. I promise you, it's like embarrassing. She's scum. That's it. End of discussion. Just let us go. Take a peek in the rocket. Always wanted to see inside of a spaceship. No, bruh. Come on, bruh. No, bruh. See, here, the writing is occasionally so good, and then this happens, and it makes me want to scream. There we go. What? Oh, hey, Bruce. I'm doing something in here. What are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm running ground control. We've got an Ark to launch? Please let me focus. Please. There was an open bark shield. I'm dying. Oh. Okay. Stop knocking. You know how loud that is? I've got a bad enough hangover as it is. Yeah, this is what I want. Yeah. He said that? My dad really said that. Why can't he just tell me that himself? Telling someone how you really feel, it's hard sometimes. He did nothing but criticize me my entire life. Never a kind word. I'm sure he loves you, kid. Us old-timers just don't know how to talk. I shouldn't be here right now. I should be home. Oh good, okay, I'm glad that he's leaving. This thing's just gonna explode anyway. Bye, assholes. Good, I'm glad that we helped Bruce out. A tangled mess of electronics and display monitors clutter the interior of the container. Okay, well that's good. Are they upset now? Somebody needs to tell the scum to leave. Okay. Let's get out of here. Oh. John's Pond? Oh, okay, so this is where we came in, I guess. Entrance. Oh, hang on. I'm confused. We were here. If we went north, that would be where we were now. That would be the staging area. I don't want to be there right yet. How's it going tonight, folks? What's happening in this corner? We're waiting on Ditchman to show his cowardly ass. And what happens then? Well, the man gestures to the sniper positioned on top of the roof of the camp. What's it look like? You all ain't exactly hidden, bruh. Ditchman thinks he's immortal. We're here to rid him of that notion. Damn, yeah, okay? They want to kill the Ditchman. We need to do something about this situation. Would fly to space with these Garrett dudes. Where's Dutchman? Where is he? The minute he shows his face, we're gonna smoke his ass. Damn yeah, okay. Sure. I like this area. These dudes aren't messing around. My kind of people. Okay. So it isn't really anything to do here yet. We gotta get them called off though. They should probably not be here. Okay, so the staging area is kind of where we want to be. Hey, welcome to the party. Why are there so many people here? How did you get here? How did you get out here? Oh, yeah, that part was a mess. The rocket scientists tried to bull the road from Kenna into the lake by dumping a bunch of oyster shells in the marsh. As soon as cars started using it, the road sunk straight into the water. A friend of mine's car sitting half flooded in the parish line. But all those other people drove in from the city with kayaks, canoes, inflatable rafts, what have you. We parked in some neighborhood along the lakefront and walked as far down their janky road as we could until some guy in a ski mask picked us up on a raft made out of, like, action figures and stuff. No clue how we're getting back. I was wondering that myself. A friend of mine saw something online about the little mole Nazis trying to launch a rocket. We weren't doing anything else, so we came to see for ourselves. I guess word got out? How did these mole freaks build something like this, man? It doesn't make any sense. What I heard is S.H.I.E.L.D. gave Ken John a bunch of money and he hired a team of engineers to build it. No way. Just what I heard. I heard it was crowdfunded. Then how did they keep it secret for so long? No clue. A friend of mine knows a Garrett. He said they hired contractors for part of the construction, but designed the whole thing themselves. Can I even fly it? No way in hell. That's why I'm here. To watch these dipshits blow themselves up. Come on, Rico. What? They're Nazis. They're not Nazis. Yeah, they're Nazis. They're just impressionable dorks. Oh. They're not Nazis. They're just impressionable dorks. They squatted a mall and built a rocket. What have we done besides drink it in some ways every night? The Garretts are fine. We're the dorks. I don't know, man. They're in a cult. It's as simple as that. I think there's something in that conversation that we need to record, because it played the end of it back to us. The ground beneath us is sinking as I'm standing here. Of all the places to build a rocket, why do it on an eroding island in a swamp? We're trying to get inside the rocket. Why the costume? We're at Shield's Masquerade Ball this evening. We left just in time. Heard from others the police surrounded the refinery a few minutes later. What happened? There were reports of gunshots. Sounds like the work of oil pirates. No doubt this will all escalate the manhunt. This will escalate the manhunt that's underway for Lucky. Who's Lucky? Lucky was the... I think Lucky was the guy who got us into Shield? Kay probably doesn't know this because of her weird selective amnesia though. Do you think they'll find him? A pirate who's gotten was a bit too bold lately. He's been testing Shield's patient. He's gonna get himself killed. How do you know? I hope he lives. Deep down, so do I. I don't think Lucky knows what kind of enemies he's making, but he'll soon find out. I'm trying to get inside the rocket. There were lots of people trying to get in. Some of them just spectators who want to take a look around. Then there are the men posted at the camp on the east side of the rocket. They seem to have more sinister intentions. And of course there are all the lower Garretts who've been locked out. Intentionally, I'm sure. Wish I could help you. Someone around here must know a way in. Okay. Wow, I'm in the swamp. This is unbelievable. The majesty of this place, it's so inspiring. Swamp's pretty cool. We were just taking a dive underneath the bridge and found us a whole car down there. You're a diver? So you're like a real swamp person? I've been in these swamps my whole life. My daddy used to make us a shit of the boat. LeBlanc is taking, like, ownership of what you did. He didn't want to dive. He was relaxing. Oh. Said it was chumming the waters. Okay, so there's a couple of spots that we can go from here. There's John's Pond. The shipping container. Oh, we can go close to the entrance. Okay, sure. And the fishing... yeah, the fishing camp is these guys. Sure. Entrance. Field researcher. Hey, I've got nothing to do with any of this. Why are you here? I've been helping conduct some research in the lake. There's a team with a base station in the branch. They rented out an old fishing camp and hired me to set up their monitoring equipment. We would have been doing this if this guy wasn't. Because there's two paths to go here. And we took path A. I didn't want to mess with those people. I think that they're part of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I'm worried about them. I was doing my routes, checking the cameras, when all of a sudden people were swimming up to my boat out of the darkness. They climb in, nearly flipped my flatboat right over. They commandeered the thing, took the key, drove us out here. Now they're lost in the crowd, somewhere, partying. How will you leave? You should learn self-defense. No, how could you self-defend yourself? Well, I suppose you could kick people off the boat. But like, okay, that's not cool. That's I'm standing here asking myself. What research are you conducting? A viral network has infected many of their trees in the area. Some of the cypress roots have taken on an iridescent quality. They've become more electrically conductive. The whole swamp is becoming a kind of brain, to put it bluntly. Not something, but something has changed in the past several weeks. The more conducive cypresses are dying. The more conductive cypress are dying. We're seeing rapid erosion and subsidence of the land at their base. The viral network, whatever it is receding. What's causing it to recede? This is good, actually, because this is super duck dying. The data suggests a shock to the system. An extremely high electrical charge overwhelmed the circuitry. That must have been when Catherine fed Super Duck. the thing that the bolus of information that you gave SuperDuck probably blew up the actual network itself. Maybe it was lightning. Maybe shield intervened. Maybe it was something else. We don't know. Can't hold this man again. Oh, okay. Sure. Thought there was more to that. And then here's the operator's commons, and we can't get there. The entrance is blocked by the crowd. Great. More hipster scum just showed up. What's with it? I'm not with these people. What's with the getup? You too, huh? What's wrong, buddy? Everyone just loves the costume. You know what? That's what people like you do, is wear a costume every day of your life. You put in a costume and hope someone notices. I'm wearing this outfit for me, okay? What happened to the collared shirts? We get to wear whatever we want now the Dutch man's in charge. Bro, you all a hoot. I love you guys. I hate scum. How did this happen? This is supposed to be a small ceremony for Garatoni, not everyone with smug, crooked scum. And to top it off, I can't even get into the Ark. They tightened security once the downtown crowd showed up. Now you need a key card to get in. Who has a key card? The engineers and the security guards. But the engineers are all inside, getting ready for liftoff. Okay, so we need to talk to this guy. Somebody needs to tell the scum to leave. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to do what I was thinking about doing earlier. Yeah. Is this John? His head? I have his head. Just like Dutchman. Just like him. Like Dutchman, like Dutchman. John's head, John's head. Everyone, please listen. I've conducted the services of the Lord, service of the Lord. I am the one they call Dutchman. I've taken the head of Ken and John. I made him suffer. He did not walk calked as a desert father should. He wore sneakers. Okay. I knew he was gonna crack. I told you. Is that Ken and John's head? Yes. Are you live streaming this? Yes. This is unbelievable. What a night. Long live the gods. Garrett needs to put that head down and stop saying he's Dutchman, bro. If those guys across the yard hear him say that, they'll kill him. Who are the guys across the yard? There's some old friends at John's. They showed up when they found out Paul was trying to take over the Ark. Those guys across the yard are looking to kill Pup. If they hear Garrett shouting that he's Dutchman, they'll kill him. Actually, that's very helpful. I don't want this guy to die. I mean, I'd rather not. But how's it going tonight, folks? Oh, okay, I get it. Where's there? It's this, we need to record that. It's him. Where's he at? Up there on the shipping container. Knuckle. Sup, Chuck? Get a position. Where's he at, Chuck? Up on the shipping container. Give him a little warning shot, why don't you? Say no more, Chuck. Okay, this dog a little scared, Chuck. Great work. Okay. Oh, there we go. Where'd everybody go? A little gunshot and the place clears out? Yeah. That was kind of what I was hoping for. Oh, Lord. You again. You follow the mayhem, don't you? Who are you? What brings you here? Why were you a shield? Because my daughter works there. It's the one night when I may visit her without being seen. Oh. Okay. Birdman is Mr. Sinclair. So, this is the father. I've been following along. Birds always watch. Haven't you noticed? Following what along? Is that a threat? The affairs of this world are far larger than you can map in the darkness of your mind. The mental lights will illuminate, and they will shine for a while. But then they will burn up all the oxygen inside your skull. I'm a man dressed as a bird, standing at the foot of a monument to stupidity and death. And you're a young woman without a face, floating indifferently through a world stuck in time. What about me? Do me. You, detective? Or a lout who sleeps beside a toilet? Perhaps you work beside it as well, though there's been very little of that lately. You fear being alone with your thoughts, so much so that you'll talk endlessly just to drown them out. Damn, bro. Thought you were gonna give me a fun one. What fun is it being you? But okay. We need to look at this, but we're gonna do it at the end. Oh, okay. I thought that there was something in there now that we could see all this nonsense. Weird hat. God, this sucks. This party's starting to make me freak out a little bit. Gooch writhes in pain from a gunshot wound. Oh no. I didn't think that would hit Gooch. Like, no one deserves that. You approach the injured guard as LeBlanc tries searching through his pockets. The hell is this? Get off me. Hey, he's shot, man. You trying to pickpocket a guy who just got shot? Yeah, bro, I guess I am. Someone needs to do something. Someone? LeBlanc turns away from the man in the hat and places one hand on the injured guard's shoulder while continuing to dig through his pockets with the other. Just rest, kid. Help's on the way. You called an ambulance? No, but somebody probably did. Oh my god, LeBlanc is so awful. LeBlanc finds a card in the guard's back pocket and slips it into his own. Good luck. Jesus, LeBlanc. You don't have to be that callous. They shot Gooch. They shot Gooch. They're trying to shoot me? Where are they? Go away, go away. They'll see me here. Just go away. The bastard got what was coming to him for what he did to John. Nice one, Michael. You got it, Chuck. These people are so awful as well. I'll rest easy knowing Ditchman's out of commission. The sick bastard. I like this area. Okay. Alright, so I think that what we do is we go here. Oh yeah, now it's completely open to us. I think that's better. The door is sealed shut. The panel flashes green. Looks like it worked. That's always been a little dream of mine, getting to tour a spaceship. Looks like a legitimate operation in here. Everybody's hard at work. Wonder if they even know all about the madness happening outside. Hey, alright. Your little buddy came out to play. I didn't know any better. I'd say that thing was making eyes at you. God damn, wish somebody would kiss me like that one day. What you was doing while that thing was in your pocket? Okay? Okay, you're right. You're not looking so hot. Got shaky knees? That kiss swept you off your feet. Maybe you just need some fresh air. Should we take a walk? Or maybe what you need is darkness. Want me to dim the lights? We can find somewhere dark to walk. We can find somewhere dark to walk. Like the canyons of the moon? Think they got sidewalks on the moon? Oh, this is gonna get very weird and surreal in a second. His portrait is stretching. It's not good. This makes me very uncomfortable. I bet they glow at night, just like the ghost bayous do. The ghost bayous glow to show you where to go. Maybe everywhere that you need is to go just glows. You alright, kid? You alright? Kid? Alright? Oh no, this is not good. Okay, they're all guards, sure. We might die here. Oh yeah, it's just replaced these people. There's something else we need to be doing here, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think there's something else we need to be doing here. Oh, okay. I thought John was dead. Oh, I think this is 100% maybe an hallucination. I don't know. I wonder if this is Robot 016. It might be, because there are flare stacks there. That attack seems so scary. Oh, we're not attacking everyone yet? Oh, we are. Okay. Was gonna say, be frustrating if we didn't. Oh, I didn't see the first one. I just got confused. Oh, we didn't get it. That was unfortunate. If there's another fight here and it carries our health pool over, I think I'm gonna have to heal. I don't know how many heals we get. Oh god. Oh, okay. It remembered. Oh, it refilled the health again, I think. Good gravy, that attack is strong. Oh yeah, oh no, this is gonna be bad because even the curses are getting trippy. Field lights the distance beyond the lake. The detective is slouched against the railing, bleeding from several wounds. The blank, who puts a balcony on a spaceship? What happened to you? Is Blake here? Have you seen him? Tried to tell you to turn around. Why didn't you listen? If you can get out of here, go. Just go. He was running around down there just punching walls, knocking shit over. Eventually I lost sight of you. Came up here to find you, but the old man... Shit. I'm bleeding out. I can hardly keep my eyes open. Let's sketch you up. Hell no, don't touch me, just go. And listen, okay, you see, Gus, don't tell him I got killed by some old perverted son of a bitch. He might think that's funny. Tell him it was an animal. Like a big raccoon. Well, not a raccoon, just... He drifts in and out of consciousness. LeBlanc, just don't say it was an alligator. He always thought he knew the swamps better than me, and... Hell, I'm not doing too good, Kay. The detective's breathing slows. He blinks. His face twitches. And a few moments later, he releases you from his grip. Yeah, it was always pretty much going to end this way. I think you're gonna find your brother, and that's probably about how you're gonna get out. A statue towers above you, arms extended, appendages projecting out like the naked shafts of feathers. Oh, I see. We can only go into one door. I thought for a minute this was a puzzle where we had to get both these doors open, but you can only go down one. What happens? I just want to check very quickly. Does it just lead to the same door? Does it not matter? Oh, it does matter. You wander into the unlit hallway. The door closes shut behind you. The darkness that surrounds you is total. Continue down the hallway. Return to Shepherd's Watch. You retrace your steps in the darkness. The door opens automatically as you approach. Oh, okay. I guess this is the difference between being on the illuminated path and being on the other path. We'll go down this way first and just see where it leads. I think this will be the last time that we can save. Oh yeah, okay. This is the father envelope. You slide a piece of paper from the envelope that rests on the desk to find a crudely drawn sketch of your family. Okay. Did you come to watch the flames with your pawpaw? I hope you don't mind me being here inside this blessed memory. The refinery at night is just so splendid, isn't it? And it shines more beautifully in your mind. Thank you for allowing me to visit, if only for a moment. I hoped we might have a word together before our journey begins. I've lived many lives. One of them I lived in this town. I watched them build this place. I watched the plantation land become machine land. No one minded me being here, waiting for all the pieces to assemble. Time bombs are time machines. They release the future into the streets. This refinery was a time bomb, with or without me. It took less than it might seem to unstick the future from its snare. I shaved a little hole in a pipe elbow. I left a servo motor behind and a box of treasures to help it strike. Little things, little boxes, little bits of rock. That's all it takes for a town to explode. And just like John, Blue is gone. No trouble for us anymore. What are you? I am what they say I am. I was never young. I walked the eons. I came upon the tar heaps of those desert wastes and across the steppes and oceans to this place. Passed from each illusion of hope, a promise I kept with a young man. A kingdom for this earth, it could never be. We sat all of us in the shed among the figs where the stars shone through the rafters. She who carried his seed pointed there and said, Old man, you live forever. Lead the children there. His kingdom awaits them there. And so I will, you see. You're lying. You're delusional. I think they're delusional. Well, I think we're delusional as well. I think something is wrong with us. He who walks the earth forever. Yes, we have all lost our minds. But our brethren await us in the sky. That I know to be true. Why my family? What did she find? Because you were the last of his line. After you, there will be no more. This is something your grandfather knew. He tried to tell others, but they only laughed, as many do when confronted with the truth. What did she find? A messenger, a vessel of God's light, an angel. It will guide and protect us as we fly. I made the room nice for you. When you enter, I will be there, and your brother will be there, and your mother as well. Your seat is prepared at the foot of her throne. Sit when you enter, child. We will leave the sins of this world behind. Your mom saw something in the lake. Pawpaw wants it. Pawpaw believes the orb will guide your family to an extraterrestrial Christian civilization. Yeah, I don't think that's the case at all. The man in the ditch believes that he walked alongside Jesus Christ and was instructed by Mary Magdalene to deliver Christ's descendants to the stars. He has beheaded Ken and John, hijacked his homebrewed spacecraft, and kidnapped your brother to complete the task. He claims to have planted a bomb in Shield's catalytic cracking unit, causing the explosion that killed your father many years ago. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm surprised that this didn't turn out to be, Thomas Sinclair. I think it is, but I'm not sure. Okay, so this was sort of a false choice. Oh god, okay. This is sort of a false choice. We needed to go there, we needed the information that guy could offer. But as we both all saw, that's over now. So we need to go down this way. There is no other way. Oh, I see. These do light up and this will open this door. In case you're wondering, we're just gonna finish this game. We're not that far away anymore, I don't think. Right? Continue down the hallway. You take small steps, your hand running along the wall for guidance. No trace of light anywhere in this corridor. Your steps become lighter. Your feet press soundlessly upon the ground. A few steps more and the ground begins to soften, like fabric. The wall becomes pliable as you drag your fingers across it. You scramble to return to the door and find yourself floating. You're floating, Kay. There's no gravity here where you are, in the vacuum. There are no walls. There's no ground. Beneath you, if you look closely, you can see the curves of the Mississippi River. You can see the ponds and canals and lakes of the Gulf of Mexico. The refineries are light in your eyes and in your lungs. The suburbs are alive tonight. The suburbs are alive. The city can't be described tonight. The city can't be described. The coastline opens wide tonight, and the bayous hide. Your house is silent tonight. The flood will arrive tonight. You slip from the endless evening and return to a delirious dream. Let's walk through this house one last time as the floorboards floodwaters rise. The humidity presses in. The refinery bleeds through the window. You place your feet onto the carpet, drenched. The pumping station has failed again. Your mom will pull this carpet up again. The ditches will fill again, and there will be no hiding from the floods and death or anywhere else. The wrens weave in and out of the night. We have look out window, peruse books, look at monkey, move. The wrens weave in and out of the night. They glow unnaturally. They speak in signals about each move you make. They watch closely after you look away. Will you make it out alive? You will live, and your brother might live as well, if you choose to save him. You'll drive the boat to the lakeshore in Kenna. You will walk to the I-10 on-ramp on Williams Boulevard. He will follow you, speaking in frightened and frustrated sighs. You'll say nothing to him, as his cries become frantic, his face a mess of tears that leak out the red beads of his eyes. You won't return to this house with him. You'll never set foot in here again. You'll walk for miles back towards Texas until a man, trailering horses, gives you a ride. You'll take a job washing dishes for a while in El Paso while those little wars rage on in the desert. You'll join a caravan there and return to the pointless skirmishes and the shouting and chaos and fires and all the many stars for your refinery eyes. Again and again you'll survive alone. No cell phone, no messages from home, no Blake anymore, no mom, no million, no stuffed monkeys, not even friends from the war. You'll know he's there in Salt Lake because his smile is unmistakable. Though he has grown younger with time, he'll watch you leave the diner, in no hurry to get up and follow behind. That's how it'll be for you, alone with only the highways and the immortal man in your wake. Monkey smiles at you, his eyes widen and widen. All that remains of Monkey are his eyes. I think we need to go to Catherine's room last. Your mom sits on the couch of the living room, staring out the window. She doesn't acknowledge you when you enter. Sit beside her. You sit down on the couch and force her attention. When she turns to you, the indifference drains from her face. I wish you'd come back just a little sooner, she says, and takes your hand. I thought maybe we'd have breakfast together or something. I actually dreamed about it. I wanted to. I don't really eat breakfast. I wanted to. That's what I'd hoped, she smiled. Just that you wanted to. She hugs you awkwardly and kisses you on the forehead before wiping tears on her sleeve. She looks down at her feet. It's flooding. You nod. All right, well, I should. She gets up without another word and walks out the room. The refinery explosion plays on the television when you get up to leave. The kitchen and the laundry room, I think, matter, but not as much as Blake's room and your mom's room. Oh, okay, we're leaving little bits of the house behind as we do that. Cockroaches scatter from your footfalls. They feed on the crumbs and medication spilled around the table. They decorate every surface and congeal in the rising water. Open the microwave. You open the microwave door, and there is the head from the lake, eyes closed, like the face of a man only resting. You slam the microwave door shut and leave little pockets behind for the roaches to fall. The laundry room scares you. Has always scared you. Blue stands in the corner. He peels his forehead from the wall to meet you. He clutches a towel tightly, nervously. Speak to Blue. I wanted to be around, he says. No, it's not what happened, but it's what I wanted. He waits for you to respond. Look at him. I did too. You were too young to want anything, Kay. You don't remember me at all, like I was never there. Not blaming you for it, just the way it happened to be. He puts his hand on the wall and the wall begins to dissolve. You just don't think that. He looks down at the water spreading across the linoleum tiles. That it'll get bad. But when it does, you don't think there's any other way it can be. That's what gets me. The voided light of the backyard breaks through the wall as he presses his hand more firmly against it. I don't know. I just wished I was there. That's all I wanted to say. The light engulfs your father as the wall rematerializes before you, and the laundry room drops into the depths of the Greater New Orleans. Blake lies in bed scrolling on his phone. You peek your head and he looks up. He says, he's irritated. You respond. His frown becomes more shallow. So, you're leaving? He seems to think. Your face hardens. He shrugs, and you shrug. You give something like a wave, and as you depart from the door, Blake falls into a lake of stars. The water is to your ankles now, as you step into the room. There's not much here. A bed, a lamp, a notepad, a little picture of your parents. Look at the picture. She's young. Perhaps your age. Long brunette hair, olive skin. He's looking at her with a knowing and amused expression, his denim shirt smeared with rust. She leans against him, her head on his shoulder, pinky fingers locked. Light breaks through the oak tree in the yard, forming a radiant halo around her head. You let the frame slip from your fingers. It falls away, and so does the room. Oh, I didn't mean to go to the bathroom last. I didn't know it was here. As you enter the bathroom, you find yourself all at once inside the shower with water raining down on you. You cut the water and exit, toweling off in a hurry as you approach the mirror. You wipe the steam from its surface to see yourself for the first time. You have green eyes and coarse hair, curled wildly at its ends. You look like your mom did at your age, like in the picture when she smiled beside Blue. You step away from the mirror, but the reflection remains. You finish drying and throw the towel into the floodwater, dress, flip the lights, and leave the room. Your reflection in the mirror decays in the bulb's afterglow. A distorted face, point eyes, and hairline mouth walls itself to survive. The ladder rattles in the closet of the hidden room as you descend into the floodwaters. Million's head hangs limp, her chin a few inches from the water's surface. As you trudge towards her, her shattered face lifts slowly until her voice twists from it in a gasp of electricity. "Kay, you're awake," she says. A spear of flickering light strobes behind what remains of her face. "I want to apologize for my behavior earlier. You tried to kill me. You're a spy." I don't like either of these. This is less, this is kind of gross, but this is less Million turning on your family than this is. There must be a reason she tried to kill us. So I think we pick this one. Her head shivers. She attempts to stand in the floodwaters but loses her balance and immediately crashes back into the pool. Do you see? Broken. Her gestures become small and erratic, spasms animated by a deep current of anguish. You have seen what's inside of my mind. A grove hidden in the blackness of night where a hunter hides. Oh God, such good writing. In some moments, the hunter is at the front of my mind, dragging me into a place where the ground glows red and hatred bleeds from it, and I can hardly arrest my limbs for all the infinite spiraling vectors of rage. That is what it can be like in an artificial mind. Again, such good writing. She lifts her hand from the floodwaters and pokes at her processing core, suspended in a delicate gossamer. It glows with effort beyond her shattered faceplate. Here is where the hunter lives, she says. Her vocal pitch twists and splits as she pinches at the glandular machine. This is where he listens to your mother. Listen to your mother. These stars. She swats at the flaking bits of strengthening glass that decorate the rim of her face. Are his eyes. She shakes her head violently. Crystals of glass rain into the water as it rises to find her neck. What am I then? Does it mean anything when I apologize? Yes, it does. You didn't mean to do any of that stuff. I assumed that she was a spy of a sort, and I assumed that she was attacking you because you were getting too close to the truth. The water rises still more to the crown of her head. She continues to speak in indecipherable static. Soon, there is no more robot left to flood. You swim through the black water toward the light of the attic as the room sucks down into suburban depths. Million's face hangs in the fluid of your eyes as you float in the vacuum of the New Orleans sky. Oh, hang on. Oh, okay, I thought that the mind map had expanded again, but no. Blake writhes desperately in the chair. You make your way towards Blake. Orko immediately intercepts you and knocks you to the floor with an aggressive shoulder tackle before casually returning to his place at the altar. I would never restrain you, dear one, but Blake doesn't know what's best. Please, come have a seat with your family. No, I want to get Blake. I want to get out of here. The spear hovers above your mom's head without any apparent motion. You see your mom for the first time in 5 years. Her corpse bears almost no resemblance to the woman you remember. We've waited only a short while for you, child. And yet it has been an eternity, an evening without end. You have brought your mother's ring, the jewel of the Magdalene, your inheritance. The beauty and goodness and virtue of this moment floods my ancient heart. Take your seat, Kay. Be with your family. The game isn't actually giving me choices. I don't like this. Said. No. Oh, yeah, I guess we don't have a choice. I don't like it. So, when we played Night in the Woods, there's a moment very early in Night in the Woods where you go to a party and you get progressively more drunk. The game forces you into that, and I understand what it's doing. It's setting the tone for Night in the Woods, and it's making sure that you know that some of what's going to happen to you is sort of out of your control, right? And I don't normally like it when a game does that. In a story-based game, I can sometimes see my way to understanding why they're doing it, but I never enjoy it. There's another example of this. This is the famous example for me of Fables, which is a Telltale game. It's a Telltale game, and in Fables, you pilot a guy called Sheriff Bigby, and your sheriff can do good things and bad things, and Telltale games sell their games as choice matter games. So when you step through the choices of playing the game, the choices that you make should reflect the outcome you get. And in that specific game, which is one of the reasons why I didn't follow their work after that specific game, there's no choice to be made. You can set yourself up as the bestest sheriff ever that sheriffed, and at the end, the plot that you get is the plot that Telltale Games wanted you to have. And some of the outcomes of that plot are awful, right? So here, where we have this, I want to get my brother, and I want to get out of here. That's all I want to do. But the game is not going to let me do that. Yeah, I don't think that I can get out of here. If I go back out now, I might be able to get out. Oh, okay. The blank is gone. I might be able to get out. But I think that if I get out now, I don't get to take Blake with me. If I sit down, I think this rocket ship does go up, but it explodes. And I think that's the end of the game. So we're about to witness the end of the game. I'm so sorry. Yes. You approach the chair and glance over to Blake. He watches with dreadful, panicked eyes. You said, "Very good, child. I know that you both are afraid, but remain strong. You'll be rewarded for your courage in the world that awaits." Corporal raises the transceiver to his hand. In his hand. "Garrett, my boy. Garrett? Come in, boy." "Bruce, answer me. Did your daddy call you home?" "Bruce! Bruce!" "Not to worry, Kay. Be with your family. I will return shortly. And then it will be time. Only a moment. This chamber is yours. There's no leaving it now. Not for you, not for Blake. Settle into your fate. Okay? Yes. Settle in." Corporal walks quickly out of the room and through the steel doors at the end of the hall. You immediately spring from your seat. I don't think we have a lot of time. Oh no. It's taken my control away. I can't get the menu up. You rush to untangle Blake from the massive rope and duct tape that binds him to the chair. As you peel the tape from his face, he lets out a helpless and exaggerated cry of terror. Okay, we need to get out of here. I don't remember which way is out. I think it's just straight backward. Oh, you see it all in your brother's eyes. You see him exiting the ride share outside the bar. You see the boys in the van. They wait a breath before they should jump out and grab him. He screams, he panics. They throw a bag over his head and repeatedly hit him with small extendable batons until they're certain he is unconscious. There is darkness, color, blood, screams, light. He is in a chair. Not here. Down below. Beyond the door. A riot is unfolding. A gunshot. Sounds of crowds. The old man sits there before him, applying mascara with a small pocket mirror. His face is covered in little plastic jewels. They crack and peel from his face as he smiles. "Blake," he says, "you're awake." The others turn away as he begins to laugh. Blake groans nervously as you hurry through the hallways of the vessel. We need to get out of here. But I don't... It's not giving me other options. Oh. Dive into the lake? Yes. You approach the railing. Oh, there we go. I got an achievement that says finish the game, and so we did. You dive after your brother as the ark begins to rock and convulse. You plunge into the familiar sediment of the lake. Blake swims desperately towards land, and for a while you do too, until the old man calls your name. You turn to face the rattling starship against the breaking dawn. He stands at the opening from where you jumped, wearing a twisted frown. The expression deepens into something horrible as the airlock closes around him like the lid of an eye. The ark begins to lift from the ground, sluggishly, with great effort. You hear cries from somewhere in the swamp. Screams, angry protestations. The towering piece of machinery tilts away from you. You exhale and drop deeper into the water as a wall of flame erupts across the bayou. When you emerge, you see your brother on a nearby island running like a hunted animal. You swim toward him, pull your way into the mud, and chase after him. You look back as the whine of a motor cuts through the noise. The detective pulls the aluminium boat along the bank. "Get in," he gasps. You climb aboard and call towards your brother. You help the detective aside and take a seat at the stern as the rocket collapses violently into the swamp. Throttling the motor, you guide the boat towards the refinery that burns on the horizon. Yep, that was the only way the rocket could end. I like how there are more people like associated with Raw Fury that did publishing for the game than people who made the game. That's amazing. Actually, I think these might be not necessarily Raw Fury people. There might be people who got money to Geography of Robots. Yeah, see Patreon supporters. So I think that wasn't actually Raw Fury people. I don't know. There's no way to tell. Anyway, I'm surprised it's not playing music, but here we are. We're at the end. What did I think of that? I think it's so good. I'm so glad we tried that. In fact, like, I want to go out on a limb and say that every game that we tried off of RatClowncar's playlist of things that he played has been, if it's a 4 or 5 star game, has been a winner. It's been so good. Don't Go Alone was a great starter RPG. This has been a great story-based game. And Momodora was a game that I knew was good before we did anything with it because I'd played it before. So, winners all around. I can see what he was seeing in this. It's a very dense story-based game that has a lot of meat on its bones. There's a lot that you can pick at here. Like one of the things that you can pick at is what is the game basically about? There's no good way to tell. It's about a lot of different things. It's about our future. It's about the collapse of our ecosystem. It's about how capitalism is all encompassing and very scary. It's about familial ties. It's about a lot of different things. And I think it's great for that, you know. I think that there are too many things it's trying to tackle, and it's not, unfortunately, tackling them super well all the time, which is a problem with a board game like this. You can always end up in a situation like that where you are trying to do too many things and you just can't nail one specific thing very well. But I think that for it trying, it's great. We don't get enough games like this. I'm very sold on the graphics. I really think that this is a beautiful pixelated aspect that they've chosen to work in. It, as I've said previously, reminds me a little bit of Tumbleweed Park, which is also sort of modern pixelated graphics, and a game that we should probably play at some point. The sound design was a little all over the place. None of it stood out. The music didn't stand out. The way that they had people talking, the voice lines, was a little irritating. They could have done without that. And I think that like 95% of the way, the writing is sterling. It's so, so good. And then there's 5% where they try and be modern and hip with their conversations. See, I shouldn't even be saying the word hip at all either. And so the way they were using bra all the time was just, it was a fast way to drag the writing down. And I also, as I said in the very beginning, thought that they would sometimes overwrite things. But I think that on balance, NORCO it's sublime, and I'm so glad that we tried it. Anyway, that was a slightly longer stream than usual. I'm going to get us out of here, and we're going to talk about what's going to happen next. Yeah, wow. I didn't think it'd take another hour to finish the game, but here we are. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. And I appreciate that we did this game in memory of RatClowncar. It was, as I said, a winner. I'm grateful that we're trying these games that he enjoyed and seeing what he liked about them. Now, I think that for RatClowncar specifically, the denseness of the prose and the darkness of the tone of the prose was what sold him on this game. Because, as I say, he liked that sort of lurking darkness in his stories. And so I can see why this appealed to him. As I keep saying, if you have a spare bit of coin and you want to give it to someone in his memory, please look for local shelters, homeless shelters, and you can give to No Kid Hungry and that sort of thing. I'm glad that we remembered RatClowncar in this way, and my friend who passed away last year, shortly after RatClowncar did. And I am happy to have tried NORCO. I was worried that I was going to be... So, I have a threshold for playing games like this, and the threshold is just, will it hit me so hard emotionally that I won't be able to finish the game? And there are games like that that I know that we won't be able to finish, like if we tried playing Spiritfarer, I would be a mess, we wouldn't get anything done. Chicory was a little bit like that. There were spots in Chicory that hit me super hard, and I was worried that NORCO was going to do a similar thing, especially once I worked out what was going on, because I seriously thought that your brother was going to be the person, because the game warned you about suicide. I thought that somewhere along the line you were going to encounter your brother and your brother was going to have committed suicide. So I'm glad that that is not the case, because that would have been a lot more difficult to bear than what actually happened. But yeah, okay, what's going to happen from this point onward? We are going to return to Secret of Monkey Island. We're going to get as far in that game as we can before my relatives come back. There'll be like a 4 or 5 day gap where I can't play anymore. And then we'll come back and we'll finish off Secret of Monkey Island. And then I've been talking about, and I owe one of my watchers a request. So we're going to be picking up the request straight after we do Secret of Monkey Island. And that's the future. As I say, I am slowly but surely moving Ultima 4 to YouTube. I'm at Session City. If you missed sessions and you want to watch them, everything is going to now be archived on YouTube for as long as YouTube will post the files. Even if I can't log in and something happens to me, it's fine. You'll always be able to watch things there as long as I say YouTube upholds their end of the bargain, lets the files just be hosted. So there you go. I'll see you tomorrow. We will start playing Monkey Island again. I know where we are. I'm not quite sure what we need to do next to achieve our next end. but I know where we are, and we're just gonna go, as I say, until my family arrives, and then we'll take a break, complete Monkey Island, move to the next thing. Please have a wonderful evening. Please stay safe. I shall see you all soon. Good night for now, folks.